You do know you have to touch it.
I don't want to touch it. I have to touch it, don't I? I know I have to touch it. Touch it.
Okay, you feel a direct connection.
This is unfortunate. How early am I?
If you're still blazing blue, then don't do it.
Who's primary right now? Alkur the White?
Yeah.
How pleasant for you to stop by. I assume this is not a coincidence.
I do not believe in coincidences. Far too many things have been preordained.
What do you think you're doing? Your friends are dying. I can save them. It has been some time since I've had a proper priest. And
We cannot let you destroy the multiverse. Your claims need to be removed.
Where is Hedrack?
Dead.
Oh, Ayuz must be so upset. How is my husband? She says the word husband like it's dripping with malice and anger.
Last we saw him, he was losing at cards. I also have deception is still my skill, because that's the thing I thought about.
Was it you that was knocking those down, or is he finally come?
We're making a mess of things.
Knock, knock, knock. Only 3 left to go.
I wonder if the big fucking bomb will hurt you when it goes off.
I have much bigger bombs ready.
I thought these planes were supposed to be infected with something. They seem rather clean.
What is up your sleeve? I wonder.
Mine goes on full defense mode.
You got a +2 from. +2 from.
Yeah, she might go plucking around for Alkur's plans on her turn. Alkur, what are you doing with the rest of your turn? You flew up to the big altar. You touched it. You have actions left.
You're still blue. Why are you touching it? It's not ready yet.
Are you saying the command word?
I'll say the command word.
Okay. You fucking asshole.
I heard that one. Oh. Wasn't even in there. Damn.
Like all of the all the tendrils in your mind kind of shuddered at that, and a bunch of them popped out eyeballs and strained towards where you were looking, and she felt what you were doing.
Yep, that's the point. And then I let go.
Let go.
Okay. That was Alkur. Ptolemy. Well, looky here.
Remember, our job is to piss her off.
Crusher goes, bitch. Take that.
Ptolemy flies, I guess, to here. 1 move. 2 moves. And 3 gets the edge of the fire portal. I'm here, Alkur. I'm here. Something's happening, is what he's saying. It's glowing weird. Kreiger?
Oh, Kreiger is going to... Oh, he's scared of the maralith. He's gonna...
A creature entering the aura or starting its turn there. So you start your turn there. First thing is you got to combat the spores.
Alright.
Spore Blight is a Fortitude save, DC 40.
40, alright.
Give him +4.
Yeah.
And then you have another
50.
bonus from Juggernaut. Oh,
Okay.
okay, well, there you go.
Critical save, you are unaffected. For now.
Just even a save. Just a save is critical for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
So he is scared of the maralith, so he's going to finish off the maralith. Smack.
Fuck. Okay.
Prone and flat-footed.
Yeah, all sorts of bugs.
All sorts of bad news bears.
bad news, baby.
So yeah, 41 he hits her.
Yep. She dies.
Then
You kind of crack her head open.
And then
Spear!
he's going to step
Yep, through the fungus and mush of the room.
and attack this thing. 20 plus 27. AC 41.
Misses by 1.
Crap.
Elder Hamar burns off some of its like superficial funguses, and it kind of bounces a little bit. Nobody failed their save against the kind of ongoing effect. So you make your save once, you're good in this room per 24-hour period. However, this fungus spore area is much more aggressive. So you will save at the beginning of your turn. Darion, I need a DC 40. This is considered a disease.
Just a question: is this inhaled? Can we hold our breath?
No, this is a blight. It's touching your skin. It's going in your lungs.
Okay.
It's in your eyeballs, in your ears, your nose, your mouth.
He's going to spend his last hero point for a +2, giving him a critical save.
Are you
because
are you including the bonus from the
I am,
potions?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So that's his last hero point.
All right. So Darion, your go.
Darion is going to... He's going to assume this creature is evil. So he's going to smite, and then he's going to attack it
Okay.
twice.
Treat it like a demon.
Awesome. AC 49 and AC 49.
Those are 2 hits.
Awesome. Does it have vulnerability to good by any chance?
It does not.
Ah, damn.
Oh no, I lied. Weaknesses good 15.
Oh, okay.
Any fire on that? Puppy?
Slashing 10, cold 15, and cold iron 15.
All right. So the good is what we're going for here.
Yep.
Plus- Sorry. D6 plus. Plus 17. For 95 damage.
Nice. You plunge the answer inside of it, and it's like burning and sizzling, and all sorts of this brackish brownie blood or
man.
juice is flowing out of it, and then you just plunge the sword back in again, and it's hissing.
And add another 30 to that. I forgot the vulnerability.
Okay. It is really injured because of that. You have its attention. Yikes. It is not bloodied. Zuggtmoy Interdicted is going to maintain the grapple with an action and squeeze Max twice.
It's the dying 3.
Yep. And then in her mind, she can take her epic action, so she's going to lash out to Alkur to... What are you planning? What's your will DC?
My will DC.
+2. It's a mental defense.
My dog.
Mental defense. You have a +2 mental defense.
Yeah, it goes to you as well for being close to me.
Cool. My mental defense that gives me a 42
Okay, she succeeded, but not critically. What one piece of information do you let slip
I need to pee.
about what your general plans are right now?
We are cleaning. We're sweeping her planes clean. Like we're destroying the infection in the or we think we've removed the infection in her elemental nodes.
Okay.
What would you know about infection?
And she forces in your mind a bunch of, like, infectious wounds, like 1,000 infectious wounds kind of overlapping each other, and like, oh god, they're all like, you touch it and it pustules out, and that shouldn't puff like that, and that's growing there. Yeah.
Too many eyes.
Yeah, she thinks that you're small and stupid.
I think she smells bad and has poor hygiene.
Shadow. Max is kind of like down and hunched down and being squeezed to death.
He's unconscious.
He looks up.
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
He's still making noises.
He can still make noises.
Dramatic noises.
Yep.
He gave me noises.
It's alright. At least I'm safe.
At least I'm safe. What an asshole.
No, I start in the
That's all right, buddy. At least I'm safe. You know, I think I had the alignment thing down properly. It's the only reason why I brought him here.
There you go.
You know when the DM gave me this clue by 4 that the doggo probably shouldn't go down the chair?
It was either him or
that could be one of your PCs right now. So there was some smart there, but
I'm just calling my next animal companion.
he's been a meat shield for the last like 12 levels.
I think the system needs to allow animal companions to run around and do 3 actions.
Yeah, they're not super strong. They're not like
28.
getting 2 actions and wasting 1 act. Like we've already powered them up by saying they actually aren't retarded on their own. Like they will do a thing.
Yeah.
Is already like big.
So Marty.
That's the thing we'll change next Pathfinder 2 campaign we play. We're just like, animals, yeah, they act there on their own initiative, and they get 3 actions, and they're useful. Probably the same with familiars as well.
This is inhaled or magic, right? This is not inhaled or magic?
Oh, no, you're touching the cloud, so both you and Max start your turn in the cloud.
Okay, so...
Shadow fails by 1.
And do I know what this thing does or not?
Enfeebled 2 is the for a day is stage 1 of the spores.
Okay, I'm using a hero point to give myself a +2. I'm
Okay.
going to walk out of there.
Okay.
So that's... Wait, hold on a second.
1
Before I
action.
do that. Well, before I do this. Alright, still good. The chair is up, or is it...
Yeah, it's up a little bit. You're kind of running along the side of the armrest.
Could I still shoot if I was here?
Yeah, you could be balancing on the...
Okay. Prey on the thing.
Okay,
and I'm
well
giving
first
it-
I need Max's
Oh, yeah, he's done.
fortitude save. Is he...
Yeah, he's
already
done.
He's got the disease.
He's enfeebled
Okay.
1.
Yeah, it becomes enfeebled... How much did he fail by?
Oh, 3... Crit fail.
Crit fail, he's stage 3. Okay, you notice Zuggtmoy's tentacles are, like, unhooking from Max?
Oh, he's dead.
No, he's not dead.
He's now Zombo Popo.
Okay.
He's dying. Like, he just might die, but...
Meat puppet. Meat puppet.
So enfeebled... Should I put anything on this? Let's leave it as 1.
Yeah, he's fine. His enfeebled is gone.
Oh, great. Put him down. Okay, so...
Starts talking to you.
Alright, now Shadow took an action to kind of run up the back of the throne and is
Prey? Yeah, Shadow.
he sees the tentacle kind of like flip a little bit, and it's starting to uncoil around Max. Max still looks like he's breathing.
Now, Shadow.
How are you holding a bow? So that's 1 action. Prey. the fungal mass.
Maybe
and,
he'll join the fungal mass.
Maybe, probably. Shit.
Turns into that giant dog from Dark Souls with the
Darion, you gotta fucking heal yourself. Mark, who do you want it for?
The healing?
No, the thing. I'll give it to Kreiger actually.
Sure.
Give it to Kreiger because
Give it to Kreiger
Darion
'cause
doesn't have a
he's-
multi attack penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an excellent point.
Shadow's done.
Okay.
3 actions: move, pray, and boost.
And boost. Okay. Bone Crusher.
What do you want me to do?
Piss her off.
There's some weird like gouts of flame coming from the lava, and the place shuddered a little bit when you cast the spell. Like you've.
Who's a bitch? You the bitch! Yeah.
Are you taunting Zuggtmoy? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, he is. Come here, bitch! You can't do it, can you?
Okay. Give me a mental attack roll.
Oh balls.
Doesn't matter. Our job is to make her mad. And we're supposed to make her mad and hopefully get those tentacles doing something else other than attacking all the people.
Are you
that
touching the altar to taunt her? No. Okay.
The guy with the high wisdom touched it and pulled back. I'm like, I'm not touching it. So
What
DC,
you gonna do, brother,
to
with a
defend physical.
24-inch
You're on another
python?
plane. You're on another plane.
17, 19, 21. I don't have a lot bonus for this.
Yeah, I think you need to roll a nat 20 on this one.
Yeah.
She slaps aside your insults like she calls you the equivalent of cheese. Like cheese doesn't do anything, it just sits there and it collects mold.
This mold's about to beat your ass, bitch. Loser.
The maralith's dead, and it's not coming back. I'm erasing that from the initiative
Now
sheet.
we have the ultimate plague sword of doom. Yes.
Well, it's lying on the ground. No one's taken any actions to stoop yet.
I want my spear. I don't care if you die. Throw it before you die. Mark's like, here's your spear.
All right.
Here's both of your spears.
A weird sort of like flap opens on the side of the creature, and this kind of like fungus tube opens up. It points at Darion and just sort of sprays this sticky goo all over him.
And he goes.
Okay,
Krieger's like that. He's a male. So
the reflex save is 40.
Oh, for God.
Oh, you're not escaping this ungood.
Oh, it's horrible.
Krieger should probably run to the opposite side of this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already-
41!
Oh, there's no effect, so you managed to like your wings sort of protect you against it a little bit, and you dodge back from it. It hardens right away. It looks like it was like trying to stick you to the ground in front of it. Okay, that was one action. Its next action, it's going to continue to. Who stabbed it really bad? The paladin stabbed it really bad for like 100 damage, right?
Oh, be right back.
And the paladin's looking pretty bad, so its tentacle comes flopping in towards Darion.
Okay.
Plus 37 on the tentacle attack. AC 55.
That's a critical hit.
Okay.
If I survive, I will use my retort.
Okay. Normally it does 4d10 plus 16 bludgeoning plus 2d6 chaotic plus 2d6 evil. So this does 8d10 plus 32 plus 4d6 chaotic plus 4d6 evil plus 15 for your vulnerability against evil.
Yeah.
It wraps around Darion's neck and squeezes for 111 points of damage.
Wait, shut up, bird boy.
Still standing.
The fuck?
Not much, not by much, but I'm still 111.
Yep.
Is that slashing by any chance? Because of
No, it's bludgeoning.
All right, bludgeoning it is.
You might want to use your retort, and then on your turn, you might want to use your damn paladin healing thing.
Yes, I am going to use my retort.
Okay.
I did something very stupid.
Okay.
I did not include my my poison resist when I was rolling shadow, so I should have made it. I shouldn't have used the hero point.
Too late.
Good times. Remind me.
It was 2 pips ago. Okay, fine. You can have your hero point back.
Marty rocks.
All right. He's
Sorry,
almost
sorry.
dead.
Because they're almost villain points at this point.
Don't be so happy with yourself.
Oh, we got the bonus. That's right. That's 32. AC 42?
That's its AC.
Ah, suck it!
You just stick the sword back in all the way to the hilt. Like you're afraid to keep on pushing because you don't want your arm to be trapped in this thing.
6 plus.
Yeah, they're going to need to drink potions. They need to start using some heal.
Plus.
But it's
oh,
there's a
plus
DPS
15.
race happening. They have to put it down.
So 54 damage.
Okay, 79.
And Kreiger's using his reaction.
Oh, is that you added the good weakness? Okay.
That's added the good. Yeah, I added
Do you have the reaction like Oscar's reaction now?
No, it's when Darion uses his
He grants
retributive
everybody else a
strike,
smite.
everyone else can make an attack as an immediate action, but at a -5.
Okay, yeah.
Is it a melee attack?
Yes, it's a melee attack. Sorry.
Not for cowards.
Yeah, but those cowards.
For those that sacrifice animals.
Oh,
Boom!
natural 20.
Boom!
Okay.
Welcome to prone land.
It
Yeah, you're prone, buddy.
it takes criticals. All sorts of spores and gas. It is a messy creature. Darion started off by making his turn. He made. Oh no, this is the retort.
This is still the retort.
And
This
this
is
is
the
a
retort.
chaining retort that's going on. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If Oscar was around, there'd also be a stab.
Yeah.
There'd be another stab. If Crusher was there, there'd also be a punch. Like it's.
Okay, critical damage.
He takes 93 on the critical. Suck it.
What material is your camera?
It is resistant to fire, so I don't know if you need to pull the fire
yeah,
damage.
there's 2d6 fire there.
So
7
7?
fire.
So 86. 86 is
87.
I don't think his hammer's cold iron. I'll double check.
Oh, 7 damage or yeah, 7. Sorry, my bad. I can't count.
okay. 6 is 85 and 82, 45. It's now bloodied.
Okay, and it's also taking a continual fire and continual 4 good damage.
Okay, the good is important. The fire damage can't crack its resistance. So...
Okay, all right, good to know.
No, it's got resist fire 15.
Oh, never mind.
alright.
It's fire resistance is the shit.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. It's a
Is actual resistance. We don't see that a lot.
It's a CR19 fungus creature, and I've been sitting on this thing since the beginning of the campaign. I'm like, ooh! Oh! Zuggtmoy's got one of these. Or maybe multiples.
No.
Balls.
The fungal mass. So it has one more action. And then it took the fire, so at the end of the round, it actually takes the burn damage because it got it during its time. Okay, so it just hit you. It is going to basically use an action to keep a hold of Darion.
Okay.
So it's just going to start
And then
squeezing.
It takes the good bleed.
And it takes.
And now it takes the good
damage.
bleed. So it takes 5, you said?
It's 4 plus. It's
15, so 19 good bleed.
damage,
damage.
and then it makes a flat check.
64. And then the flat check.
Come on.
Makes it.
damn it!
Bam.
Okay, it just sort of like schlefs off the part that's burning with holy energy, and it just sort of like starts bubbling on the floor, and the creature's horrible. All these faces coming out. You know, it's really bad. It knows your name.
No, hopefully he knows his name. He whipped out his thingy and shot goo at him.
Should at least be on a first name basis. Come on.
Isolde is praying. What a silly creature. Prayers are just another sort of set of rules. Say the right words at the right time and hopefully something else saves you. Nah, it's best to be self-sufficient. Oscar?
Last temptation of Oscar.
So you said this thing's a foot off the ground?
Yeah, you haven't put your ear to the floor to have a look, but you could kind of see through, and there is like an axle at the center. Like the whole thing could spin for whatever reason, but...
We're gonna scooch ourselves underneath.
Oh, you're kind of squeezing yourself underneath?
Yeah, well, I
Okay.
think that's what the magic is underneath, right?
No, the magic's all along the top. You could reach it by bouncing over the top of it as well if you wanted.
Let's balance over the top.
Okay.
Careful, careful. I'm not touching tentacle.
Okay, you can see kind of like dried tears along her cheeks.
Mission 1. Priority.
Her baby bulge is moving. Like there's something underneath it that's moving.
Theft.
It's like
I will be
epic.
legendary thief again if you like. I couldn't have any limit.
I think that might be
Your
beyond.
ability to steal is not defined in belief. You can attempt to steal something that is actively wielded or be extremely noticeable or time-consuming to remove.
Are you going to try to legendarily steal her unborn children? Is that what you're going to do? I think that is within the realm of possibility. It's icky. It's wrong.
I kind of want to, but that's not. Like,
Okay.
I think just as a story thing, that sounds fucking awesome. The question right now is whether or not we try. First, we need tears. And I'm not using invisibility, which means I can use actions that aren't attacks.
To scrape the dry tears off the side of her face, you could use a thievery check if you wanted.
I would like to steal her
She-
dried tears.
Okay, she's immobile and not like struggling. So
Okay.
a little thieves' tool comes out and like a little vial in your hands, and
That's what we're doing. And we're gonna get as much as we can.
okay.
We're getting another vial. We're gonna have some snot too, because that's kind of gets mixed with tears. So we're just gonna...
So I need you to make a thievery check to see if Isolde notices that somebody is like scraping,
touching her face.
yeah, touching her face, basically.
Don't worry about it.
No, it's like that dream I had.
All right, so. 42.
Yeah, I don't know if they made this kind of angel on... Nope. Nope. They saved that angel for another day. So we'll just take this. Okay, her eyes flutter open as you're sort of scraping the side of her face. She moves slightly. What?
I ain't saying shit.
Okay, she's aware that something's happening, but she can't quite see you from your hiding spot. This feels like another stealth is required. Because you're doing a thing that is highly
Yeah,
active.
like
Yeah.
active front and center. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Okay. I'm not sure. Fox, I'm going to try to bring the whole lady home. And if Darion would do his goddamn job and make her cry, then, then I could get some fresh tears.
Hey, maybe she'll cry when I fucking die.
I don't fail. Oh god, it was close though.
Yeah, one of the tentacles kind of like flipped around and had a little bit of slack. As you're kind of scraping the side of your face, you realize that her eyes are a bit watery. If you could just stick the end of your tool into your eye, you might be able to collect some of her.
Yeah.
I roll a 1 and collect her eye.
I'll go for it.
You said a tier. I did one better.
I've got 2 actions. I'm using all the actions for collecting tears.
Okay, so give me one more roll. You've got some of the dried tears, but now you're like pushing
the entire duct.
pushing the tool into the side of her eye.
53.
Yeah, you're like, that looks like a tear.
2 tiers.
Alright. Now I get a whole round to decide whether or not I try to break her out or if I just like get on the chair and sit the chair up and we go talk to Beardy. Beardo.
Alkur.
He's gonna say like, did you get it from the left or the right eye?
Alkur, what are you doing?
I'm going to touch the stone and
Okay.
send
Say the word again, yeah. You could feel this pulse of magic go through the place. Again, Zuggtmoy, like, you've never seen her so awake and so active. However, you got the sense that she was concentrating on something else for a moment. Like, after she kind of, like peoned you away sort of thing. You say the word again and she looks in your direction, but she seems to be busy.
You can't stop me, can you? There is nothing you can do. I have an extra action. I'm turning to the black. There is nothing you can do to stop me.
Alright, she's going to send
Hands will crumble.
a psychic lash towards you to strike at your ego because it annoys her on her turn.
Don't touch my ego. I should turn into the white of the gray. Then better will see.
You can give me a mental attack roll against her DC. So
How dare you insult me?
42.
By existing. Okay.
Does that make sense?
I can make that.
Yeah. 39.
39.
Okay.
At least he knows I pounded on the surface.
Yeah, you're kind of... A wall of tentacles raises up and deflects from your mental attack. She'll get you. Ptolemy. Command word. Oh yeah, that did something. The whole altar just goes... It disappears into the ground, and lava kind of bubbling up in its place.
Ah! My God.
Hey.
The place does shudder on both ends, and
60 seconds for the next one.
Let's move then.
Yeah,
60 seconds? What the? Expect these guys to fight for 10 rounds?
It's the plan!
That's the plan.
it's like it just got pulled from the realm, and it's melting the stone, and it's breaking. You are breaking planar structures at this point in time.
I believe it's called being fucking awesome. That's what we're doing. Darion, don't die.
GTFOs.
So Ptolemy, that was a single action. I got it. Zuggtmoy is screaming in rage at this point. Like you. This is definitely not something that she wants to happen. And how can Ptolemy help out here? He did a single action. He is
Disintegrate.
a gazillion miles away.
Weird.
Weird has
wands.
120 foot range.
Okay, he can use the weird wand on the fungal mass.
Yep. So weird is like all enemies within 120 feet that you can identify.
Okay.
Which fungal mass is an enemy.
It's my wand of weirding.
Heck, 'cause that thing's normal as crap.
It starts to like come apart and go back together, and there's a weird head, and then a suction cup, and a little tentacle, and some sort of like in and outy thing, and it's really weird.
So any number of creatures will say 120 foot range.
Okay.
Would that include Zuggtmoy because their tentacles are there?
You can't see them.
Oh.
But you can definitely see the fungal mass, so it's going to get a will save of plus 33 with a plus 1 status to all saves versus magic. So plus 34.
That's critical succeed for this not to do anything.
It rolls a 51, and Ptolemy's
It'd be 38.
DC is
36, maybe?
39.
Yeah.
So it would have taken 16d6 mental damage and frightened 2, but it didn't.
Huh. Didn't seem to do anything. Perhaps this thing doesn't have a mind. Kreiger? You start your turn in the horrible spores.
Yeah.
+2, or +4 from the disease thing.
Fail by 1.
Fail by 1.
It is a fort save, so I don't know if you're...
It's considered a success.
Okay, so you don't enter the first stage of Spore Blight, which would be enfeebled 2.
Pleased to hear that.
Yep.
Yeah, bad.
Stage 3 is my favorite, though.
Okay.
So just the horrible smell of this place. The fungal mass tipped over,
So first attack on this
trying to
thing.
worm itself back towards you.
AC 44.
Yep. Smacking it in the side.
AC 38.
Its flat-footed AC is 40.
Shit.
When it's prone, is it flat-footed?
The game is
It's okay.
Yeah.
flat-footed is the same as prone, is the same as
5-foot is the thing that reduces AC.
51.
critical hit
Yeah.
because it's prone.
And I got another attack. Does it still go down by 1, or is it like -10's the lowest, but
No,
otherwise
it's
keep
-1.
reducing?
So 32. Or the 31 now.
The ranger is more of a bard.
What shit rolls? Okay, so but 2 hits.
That missed by 2.
Plus.
I don't know if Kreiger has any hero points left.
No, he's used them.
I'm pretty certain. Mark, use them to defeat the Baroness.
Yes. 70 damage.
You had a crit on the second one, right?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, well, that'll be the crit. And
Okay. 70 is 334.
and another 54.
Wow. And 88. It's got 12 hit points left. Does it have any ongoing effects?
Well,
Fire, it's resistant to that amount.
yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Darion, give me your fort save.
+4.
Yep. 46.
Okay, you made it. You are grabbed.
I can still strike it though.
Mm-hmm.
Try
AC
again.
AC
Bad time
Thor's
to miss.
AC 34 is a miss. Yep.
49.
AC 49 is a hit.
And well, that should drop him, and then he's gonna lay on hands on himself.
Do the damage. You're allowed to roll the damage
Do the damage.
before you
Yeah.
do the next action. So
Yeah, 12 plus 3.
We'll just call it even.
Oh, shit.
And Shadow comes out. Is it safe?
Oh, sorry, I didn't quite finish putting that in there.
you don't have enough numbers, man.
Yeah. Hang on. So
That's all the dice. The dice was 29. The
29 plus 17 plus 15. There we go.
Yeah, it just doesn't do regular math.
Okay.
40, 50,
So that's
50.
32, 61.
Okay, it's now dying 1.
Okay, then he's gonna lay on hands on himself.
Okay, yeah, you thrust your blade in, and it starts to break apart, and some of the faces bubble their way to the top, and kind of like, ugh, they die once again, exuding more spores. It's still
This is Mark or Darion?
That's Darion.
You didn't crit. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Heal yourself.
That's what I'm doing.
I can see your spleen from here.
Okay.
It's on the ground.
Damn it. Too far away. Shit.
We're gonna kill your fungus. We're gonna kill your fungus.
Alright, Zuggtmoy is casting a spell.
Oh yeah? I don't know why I said it like that. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised.
It's kind of one of the things that they do, you know.
Although she's really far away, so most of the spells are effective against Oscar.
Man, can't see me.
150 feet away from the paladin and the barbarian,
Oh, you're stuck in your chair.
and then that stupid guy who's undoing the chains is 250 feet away. All right.
Oh, you're bound by the constraints of magic.
Fireball, sunburst, eclipse burst.
I'm just wondering, can Shadow just stand there and just start shooting her with arrows till she's dead?
In theory, yeah.
Why? Because I've got 2,000 arrows. Doing this all fucking day.
Those are the spells that have like really long range that I know of off the top of my head.
Okay.
Grease. She can use grease.
Magic missile? Magic missile?
Maybe Earthquake is in that list.
Oh, Flame Strike's 120 feet. Shit.
Yeah, it does no. A Chain Lightning, I think, is also 120.
Fire. Storm?
Fire. Move. Chain Lightning is 500 feet.
500 feet.
Yeah, Chain Lightning, 500 feet.
Cool. That won't kill my spores.
Oh, you're saying a big firestorm? It's
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
One of the things that they did do by nerfing the range of most spells is made the spells that have longer range way more attractive. Like, they made it a distinguishing feature.
Okay, she is going to electrocute Kreiger and Darion.
Marty, I don't know if you know this, but paladins and barbarians not big on the reflex save. Why are you doing this?
I'm not doing this. She's stuck in a chair and she only has a few spells that she could possibly use. Let's check Will, the Banshee.
I believe Whale the Banshee is 120 feet, but I might be wrong.
Flare.
40,
Flare's a good one.
40-foot emanation.
Oh, it's 40?
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah,
and
Get Oscar.
Disintegrate? Maybe we could just get one of them?
Disintegrate that's a shorter range.
120.
By doing spell lists for all the casters, I have a pretty good overview of what the
Yep.
spells are.
You upstarts! Don't worry, your souls have a place in the heart of Runerach. This shall be the beginning. This is the beginning, and you are but footnotes to be forgotten in a book that will rot before they learn how to read.
She is going to send electrical strikes, like the power of electricity that is come from storms into the great iron cube that is now rotting, called
So she's
Runerach.
more mad at them than she is at Alkur right now, right?
What's that?
She's not Superman at.
Oh, she's got an epic
Alkur?
action. She's going to lash out as a mental action.
I'm just getting a bonus. I'm getting a bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was hoping to save you someday.
All right. The damage of her chain lightning is 8d12. That's the basic damage. 54 electrical damage. Now the DC of her save. Let's just look at Alkur's saves, which would be 39. You add 3 levels, it's 42. DC 42 reflex saves.
Okay, so Darion,
Darion could die with this.
44.
Okay, you take. It's a basic reflex save.
So half Reno. It's basic.
Is that green cloud gone, by the way, or still there?
Oh, yeah. The target must attempt a basic reflex save.
Okay.
And then
So 26 damage.
All creatures within 30 feet. So Shadow is too far away.
So how this goes, actually, it's like the old school one.
Yep.
It targets the next creature within 30 feet, then the next creature within 30 feet of that creature, then...
Yep. So it just kind of like... Blat! It arcs between the Paladin and Kreiger, and both of them go... Argh! So yeah, the damage would be 27 electrical damage.
27? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll add one. Kreiger is also plus 26. 41.
He fails by 1, so he takes 54 electrical damage.
All right.
Krieger's not that.
He's
Okay, and she doesn't, for whatever reason, lance it to Max.
Does Darion block that?
no.
He?
No.
It's physical, right?
Oh no, you know what? I can. I just can't strike back.
Okay. While Krieger's kind of being electrocuted, you like stick your blade into it.
Is she saying unlimited power?
No, not quite. Oh, so you block some of it? How much did you block?
19.
19? Nice. Okay, now she's going to make a spell strike against your mental DC. As she lashes out at Alkarn in the mind space.
Mind freak.
AC 44.
Alkur's mental
You have a plus
DC is 38.
Okay, she does 35 mental damage to you.
Oh.
Just blood.
Well then.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of blood rolling out of his ears, and he looks frazzled.
We appear to have made him mad.
Zuggtmoy interdicted.
Working.
So 2 actions for the chain lightning, 1 action for the mental. She's got a single action left. She'll like raise a shield spell or something. Shadow. You didn't start in the ooze, and you don't have to roll for max anymore.
Shadow's going to move.
Actually,
here.
you do have to roll for max because... we'll do Shadow first. Yep.
Shadow's going to run to here.
Because it can't control what it's doing right now. So
Shadow runs to here and shoot
through the aura.
I'm not beginning my. Wait, if I move into it, even?
Yeah, the other part of this, or entering or the aura, or starting their turn there.
Oh.
Does the aura go away when it gets unconscious?
Nope.
Okay.
When it dies.
Okay, so it hasn't dissipated. All right, shoot the thing.
Which thing?
The ooze.
Okay.
The ooze, the fungus.
AC 36.
Uh, 34. Hit. 9 becomes 43.
So dying 43 is a
It's not
36. Is not
36, not a crit. So dying 2.
a, oh, that's why. So 36, 34. I'm like, don't roll a 1. Roll a 1. Fuck. Indeed, 20 plus 32. 45. Crit. There, it's dead.
Kills it. The spore cloud begins to dissipate.
So 1, 2. I have another action. Max is dying or is stable?
He's dying.
He's dying.
Yep.
Okay. Shadow's going to.
So you stick a couple of arrows into the creature, it busts open. You can see all these tiny little mushroom faces kind of all whining, and they're popping, and spores flying up into a plume. It's disgusting. It's spewing everywhere. It's gross.
So Shadow's going to use his gloves and do. How much do? You do a silly amount. 2d6 plus 7 healing.
Okay, do you have an action left?
Yeah, because I used rapid shot,
Okay.
and then my next attack was a crit, and then my third attack. My third action is the healer's gloves.
Okay, but you are 5 feet away from Shadow, or Max. I will let you fall prone to land beside him and do your action if that's what
Sure.
you want. Okay.
I'll do that.
You kind of fall down the back of the chair. You land beside Max, and you're going to use the healer gloves.
12 healing.
Okay, that stabilizes Max, and he's at.
Yeah, his max hit. Yeah, he's.
What is that condition called? Wounded 1.
So 164.
And he wakes up.
164.
Max.
How's it going, buddy? What's wrong with you?
Max stands up. He does not acknowledge your voice in any way. And just stares forward.
Max is gonna bite your face off.
Yeah, very likely. But
He just stands there like he might be fucked up because of the spores or whatever. That's all Max does. Bone Crusher.
before he was like, yeah, he's like, yeah, we got. Sorry, yeah, we got you, didn't we? Like that, huh? We flying away from that, lava pit.
Okay, where are you guys headed?
Airplane.
Yep.
Okay, so the two of you are you can kind of drag Alkur as you're flying.
Yeah.
Blood coming out of his ears. Oh.
Yeah.
The fungal mass is dead.
So we went from there to here. I can move at. That's one move. Then I can activate it if I know the passcode, if I know the command, and go through.
Okay, so you say the password. I think there were 3 action things to open up portals, so
okay.
you're effectively starting the portal opening.
Okay.
Back to level 3. To the zone of interdiction. Isolde is awake. She knows something's wrong.
Does she have clothing upon?
Yep, she's got like her sweat and blood soaked clothing that is tight to her skin. She's bleeding from multiple superficial lacerations and wounds. She has strange stuff that looks like they try to inject into her. You can see all sorts of like torture implements just sort of lying around in the fungal growths.
Is there a place on her person where I could stoosh a soul gem that doesn't have a soul in it yet?
Yeah, you could probably tuck it into like the top of her shirt or into
A wound.
you could stick it into a wound.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Okay, you could also clamp the wound shut with like thieves' tools and twine and.
Seems like a pretty permanent looking way, so Oscar would like to be able to say this is going to hurt a bit, but we can't, so we won't.
Okay, she's got a little bit of flesh in her side, and there is a puncture hole from what looks like they were poking her with a knife or a dagger, and you're like, I'm just gonna stick this in here. Give me another thievery check.
First, I'm going to put used on the soul gem, so it's not too big.
Oscar, you see a little hand print, like from her belly.
Is it 5 fingers?
Yeah.
A web?
We don't care how many. It's got fingers. That's all we care about.
That's good enough.
Good enough.
Close enough.
Beggars can't be choosers. So the I am going to. Is this going to be how difficult it will be to hire or to find this?
Yeah, it could help with that. Yeah.
So
Is there anything else that's stitched?
To increase the. I would like to do this well.
Okay. Oscar has the thought that there could be 3 souls total here.
I only have 1 gem. Kreiger the fucker has the other one. I would put 3 in. I would shove 3 in places if I could, but I don't. Wait a sec. The half soul gem has less value because it can only hold smaller souls.
Correct.
Babies are tiny souls.
Babies would have tiny souls.
Maybe.
We're going to start with this one. We'll start with this one, and then maybe next round we'll put in. I'm assuming it's going to take time to shove these things in.
You could get all 3 of them in this round, or you could get 1 in and stitch her up.
We'll put all 3 in.
Okay. So you kind of dig your tool in. She does feel this. Although 54 on the thievery check, you might be playing around a wound that's already kind of rotten or like is healing, and she's like it got other pains that are more. So you're sticking soul gems under her skin, and you got all 3 of them in there. The wound is not shut, however. That was Oscar's turn, doing all sorts of weird thiefy things.
Weirdest shit ever.
This adventure is a little off. Like this is a little different. Alkur, who's in the fire node, waiting for Crusher to finish the words to open the portal.
Submit to me. He's going to try to push. He's going to fight back. Attacking.
Attacking Zuggtmoy?
I'm going to see a tentacle blow out of his ear.
Just something comes out of your nose, like, what is that? Oh, no!
That's not a bogey. That's a space station.
Something. There's a...
Alright, so we're going to fight back.
She hasn't been casting a lot of spells, or...
42?
42 is her DC, so...
What am I doing?
You're just doing damage to her?
I punched her back. She punched me, I punched her back.
Okay, 5d8 plus your level. Your screams kind of part a bunch of the tentacles in the space, and you do damage.
We'll spend 1 more round as the black, but then we might have to go to one of the forms that has more hit points. Oscar took silence, 4th, plane shift, and detect good.
Ptolemy.
Plane shift.
Ptolemy's moving to the air area, which I think is
Down.
this one.
That's the water one. The air is the down one.
I think that's air, isn't it?
Yep.
Air is
Yeah, the one on the bottom. Looks like a cloud with water.
I think the big square is water.
Cool.
Yeah.
The big square is water.
Yeah.
Round is air.
Okay, he's gonna move and then do the action and raise a shield.
Are we almost done here?
Kreiger.
Is he like Kreiger? That thing's dead. He's thinking he can take a round with Zuggtmoy. I'll distract her!
What?
No! No! No!
Okay, but you can distract her, but don't stand so close to friggin' Darion.
What?
He can get right up to her in 3 moves.
Oh god.
I mean,
Oh, God.
wisdom's not your thing, but you're wiser than.
He's got an 18 wisdom. What do you mean wisdom's not his thing?
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Look how happy Mark is.
Just a round. It's 1 round. He can take her for 1 round.
Then she grabs your ass.
And I break it with
Zombie
fire.
creature.
Okay, so Kreiger goes running into this horrible hall.
There's probably AOO.
No, all of her tentacles are extended in through extra-dimensional portals right now, and she is kind of strapped to this seat. As
Oscar has a look of what the fuck?
Oh, I can distract her!
Now is when you should free her.
you're not hasted, right?
He
Ooh.
is.
He
Kreiger?
is. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, so I get an attack. That's crazy.
You also could sudden charge, right? So you get 2 attacks.
No, that's more than 2 strides.
Okay,
So,
the
you
bind, the
one
binding,
As
Sudden
a
charge,
100
then attack.
the bindings are making her automatically flat-footed.
No, he moved 140
Oh, which move speed?
at 30.
Oh, so it was. Oh, so you do. That was a. Okay, so I see.
He's got a power that lets him move up, like, for 2 actions, he can move up to 5 times his speed, or for 3, he can move 8 times his speed.
Okay,
Nice.
I see how you're doing
I see how you do.
Actually, that was only 2 actions to get there, so
that. Right. So you hit her twice.
I hit her, figured 2 shots at her.
Or you can hit her once and then run away. Because it would be
Magnus style.
distracting.
Actually, yeah, that's fun. Oh, no, 32 on her.
I'm going to distract her. Bah!
AC 46, stuck to a chair, lady.
Yeah, stuck to a chair, her AC's 42. You hit.
Yeah, I think Shadow or Darion should do it.
She kind of like she doesn't know who you are, but you but you just slug her in the torso with the hammer.
Fire damage?
Poof comes up.
Yeah, she.
She takes fire damage.
Oh,
alright.
that's gold actually. Ha! Crusher! Ha! Ptolemy! Who the fuck is this guy?
46 damage.
Oh.
87. Okay.
Dare you-
And he's gonna
That's awesome.
move back away from Oscar. What's my name?
Who are you? She says. So strong. So virile.
I think she might have a disease.
You will make an excellent template. You will survive contamination. You will survive infestation. Long enough to spread. Yes, I know what you are. You are the future.
Darion, there's a bunch of weapons lying around you.
Yeah, he's gonna pick
And
up.
you're beat to piss.
Yeah, he's gonna
Drink.
cast another. Yeah, first things first, heal himself up. He's gonna cast another lay on hands.
Okay.
That heals 54.
You have a bunch of potions that.
Hang on.
Yeah, all right.
Uh,
Shut up. Okay.
and he's gonna pull out a potion
Okay.
and drink the potion. That heals 60.
69.
69. Okay.
Best number ever. Because the same number just flipped.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
Is it like yin and yang? We don't know.
All right.
We don't know.
Don't get distracted. You drink your potion for healing.
Yeah, he drinks his potion for healing and does a lay on hands on himself.
Okay.
Because Kreiger is being a distraction.
Zuggtmoy interdicted.
I think Krieger's within 30 feet now for all the other spells.
Yeah.
I'm exactly 30 feet.
First, as an action, she's withdrawing all of her tentacles back to nearby her. Like, all of them kind of go...
At which point, even in rage, Kreiger goes, shit.
Ooh.
As they rise up behind her, like scorpion tails or like snakes slithering along the ground, and some of them lashing angrily.
Come here, my sweet. Come to me.
Fuck. I'm gonna have to fight her now.
Her tentacled lash is not as effective because she's in this bound seat, but AC 56.
That's a crit.
Oh, she's 30 feet away from Kreiger. Damn it. Give me a second.
Yay! It can't reach.
Oh no, it's reached 20.
Yay!
Oh, yay!
Okay, but her spores have reached 80. Range increment of 80, so instead that is a plus 38 ranged attack. AC 56.
That would be a crit.
Okay, one of the tentacles opens up like a weird little pod, and this glistening acorn goes shooting towards you.
This is all sorts of wrong.
It's very Japanese. I'm just saying.
This is it does damage, and then it kind of tries to burrow into you.
Alright.
Okay, so it's ranged. It does poison damage plus chaotic damage plus evil damage. It does the spore blight and the sticky spores. So there's this.
Oh, is that all?
There's this trail of stickiness after it, kind of like the ejection fluid that it was suspended in.
Alright.
Okay, 4d8 plus. Oh, this is a crit.
This is a crit, yeah.
Okay, so
88.
8d8 plus 12 poison damage plus 2d6 chaotic plus 4d6 chaotic, which is an energy type, so I think everyone takes it even though they're 4d6 evil. So this is the crit damage from the pod basically embedding itself in between your two ribs.
Did you roll the flat check?
Crit.
Oh.
A flat check against the crit.
At least you rolled.
82 damage from the poisonous spore pod.
Look at that 46 655.
Yeah, so aggressive. That was the chaotic damage. Are you still standing?
I'm not even bloodied.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll continue then. Spore blight. The DC is 42 fortitude save.
That's severe. Now, do I get the versus
That's
poison
a plus
bonus?
4. Yeah.
This is a disease.
You plus 4. We have
Yeah.
2
Yeah,
potions.
okay.
And you have a plus 3 fort save from the Juggernaut.
Oh, I haven't. Yeah.
Okay.
All right then. 46.
46 makes the save. You are not enfeebled or worse. And now the sticky spores, like, not only the pod hit you, but all this weird spore junk afterwards. DC 42 reflex save.
Reflex, not 42.
Reflex, yep.
Does she say pod strike before it does it? Or
Nope.
40.
Fails by 2, so it's not a critical failure, which means your speed is reduced by 10 feet for 1 minute. As it kind of hardens.
You're all sticky. Let's be fair. You smacked her, she smacked you back. It's all fair. You can retreat now.
Okay, that ranged attack was a single action.
Well,
so she
wait for a couple more.
she pulled her tentacles back, and then
Shot me.
shot you, and then one of the tentacles goes down and wraps itself around Isolde's neck.
You will cease your silliness, or I'll pull off her head.
Yeah, I'm raging. I don't know if I can't stop raging.
Not my silliness.
She's saying this loud enough that Darion knows.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow.
get my fucking spear.
She, with her mythic action, technically has a readied action. She uses her mythic action and her remaining action for the round to do a readied action to do a squeeze against Isolde's head.
Shadow standing up.
Well, I guess Oscar just.
Oh no, she has to grab. So she uses her action to grab, and then she doesn't have any actions left. So she's got her mythic action. She's gonna try to. She issues a command. Give me a perception check for Alkur and Bone Crusher to see if they hear the command in the Mindverse.
Okay. I have no idea what this might be real plan. I have a feeling this is nightmare fuel.
Perception check. Oops.
35?
This is a perception check? So?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Crusher. Where is he, buddy? There we go. $39.
Okay. Crusher, you hear it? You hear Zuggtmoy whisper out, and for some reason she says the words Max.
That's not so bad.
Did you hear that? She called out to Max. Stupid brother's dog.
I heard her whimpering in pain. They are attacking her.
Shadow.
Shadow is standing up,
Okay.
dusting himself off.
Yeah, you kind of fell to here.
Your spear's over here.
Yeah, there's a bunch of weapons all around here.
50. No, his movement is 5. What is your movement right now? 55. Yeah, 55.
Okay, Shadow goes running across the field of squishy mushrooms. You feel the familiar wood amongst your hands. It is glistening with blood. You know that your blood is mixed in with it, and you can feel the presence of a familiar we're going to say the last shred of a godling from long ago. The echo of his essence still lives in this spear. You remember, now that you hold the spear, that you always felt a little bit weird with the spear because the control over your lycanthropy comes from the same type of rigor and goodliness that your brother has always preached whenever he's a werebear. And you're pretty sure that the god that dwells in this spear is the spirit of a bear. You've always called it your spear. But in reality, it's the spear that you're the one that needs.
So therefore, it's my spear.
The creature's name, I think I've given it to you before, but I will give it to you again. The creature whose last sliver of essence, like an echo, you're not even sure if it is the creature anymore. It is a bear spirit called Lieb Olmai. The essence is some forgotten god from some obscure place.
Okay.
Okay. That was Shadow. He stood up, moved, and picked up the spear. Bone Crusher finishes with 2 actions, opening up the portal to the air realm.
Moves inside.
And then moves in, like, still pulling Alkur along.
Yeah.
I will go to the air node.
Air node.
The big torrent of wind still whipping around. You can still see things and rocks all in the horrible
Wait.
storm.
No, that's Earth. We came from here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And the black,
That's such a cool map.
yeah, it's great. Oscar would still be flying around here trying to pluck treasure out of the vortex. If it wasn't for you guys. Speaking of Oscar, not Oscar's turn. It's Isolde's turn. She's awake and she knows something's going on, like someone's poking at one of her wounds. She's conscious. She's looking over at Kreiger. She starts muttering to herself like she's casting a spell or issuing a prayer.
Okay.
You are special.
You hear a voice in your head. It's angelic, forceful, feminine.
Okay. All right.
It's kind of like echoey at first.
Mm-hmm.
You have been blessed by one of the last deities.
He can't really converse right now.
Yeah, you're actually standing in the eye of your own rage in your head. It's a place where you could talk to yourself, but no one hears, and you're not able to make words come out of your mouth, but apparently she's able to talk to you in here.
So this is why people are so standoffish sometimes.
You've been blessed. You've been blessed by a god of men. You need to survive. Do not throw your life away for me.
Don't worry, we're just the distraction. We're coming back for you, though.
This is but a projection of her true form.
What?
She lives down there now, and you kind of like,
You know now that there is a shaft underneath her seat.
She's got like roots down below.
Oh, it's just empty shaft, just covered in mushrooms that goes down, down, down into the center of the world itself. And there's a festering mushroom cavern down there with all the souls that I guess you didn't send them, like not all of them, but with all the souls she's been collecting.
Well, not completely.
She is down there.
Damn it.
Don't let this one drag you down.
Okay.
Okay. How much twisting damage do you have?
Oh, he's got so much.
It's very twisted. You've got a bunch of twisting damage, and then you have angry
Radiation
attacks
damage.
from the realm. You've got violent attacks.
Where's my
from...
twisting damage? Oh, I might have put it with hit points. It's like 176.
No.
And you had 3 rounds of non-lethal attacks, 1 round of lethal attacks, and 6 violent wounds. Okay?
Yeah.
So we're keeping track of wounds. So you've received another... Probably you could just take those damage and call that 2 wounds.
So 8 wounds
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Oh,
All right.
I'm gonna change here.
Isolde is basically telling you not to throw your life away.
All right.
Oscar.
Well, there's tentacles sort of grabbing the patient here. We're gonna try to close. We're gonna stitch that up because even if they pop the head off, it'll take a while for all 3 gems to fire. So.
Yep.
We're gonna try to stitch it while remaining hidden.
Okay, give me a thievery check and then a stealth check.
40 on the thievery.
You kind of staple the wound close.
42 on the stealth.
Okay, you are still hidden. She's distracted probably by the tentacles as she's awake, and she's praying for Kreiger at this point.
Okay, now do the tentacles seem to be moving her against the thing that's holding her, like restraining her? So
Yeah, there is tension at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty certain a surgery on somebody. That sort of stitching is probably the 3 actions. Like, it's 2 actions to do with it.
And then hiding kind of thing.
Yeah.
Alkur.
Alkur is going to fly to the air temple. Commence the fly rating. So. Sorry, I'm having a stupid 115.
Ptolemy. You could hear Ptolemy's. You thought you heard Ptolemy's voice or something like that, and the altar is glowing a little bit. Ptolemy wants the fuck out of there. He's not stopping to count and cast spells. He's like, Ada! Peeking around the corner and running back to the portal. Yeah, he's just activating it. Hurry up, Alkur! Hurry up! Kreiger. Alright, the mental blessing you got from Isolde means that you can roll twice on attack roll, take the higher of the 2 for any one of your attacks.
All right.
For the next.
Just the next attack.
Anytime you want, or just
Yep.
the next attack.
Yep.
All right. He's going to.
Walk up, whack, or run away.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
The tentacles will take their AOO because they're not extended into the.
It's an AOO, so I don't think they can grab.
I don't think so.
She's flat-footed. Do you get flat-footed? Do you get AOs when you're flat-footed?
I
I think flat-footed is just an AC penalty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Conditions. We're mixing our systems, I think. Flat-footed.
AC 45,
That's a hit.
not critical.
Not critical.
It's an action to grab, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She kind of
Can't.
thwaps at Kreiger for 48 damage.
Just smack him around a little bit.
I'll take your 48.
And raise you.
Great.
All right. So first attack roll is a miss because it's a pathetic 2.
Okay, roll your the same bonus,
Proper
but
attack roll.
yep, the Isolde
The
bonus.
saintly attack.
Yeah.
Isolde, you know what? You should stick to the lawful gods. or the chaotic gods. The lawful beings, it's bad mojo.
And then he's gonna spend 2 actions and run 150 feet this way.
Okay,
You're slowed by 10.
Oh, that's right. So
because of the sticky goo.
yeah, 100.
She got her goo on you.
Okay, that pissed her off. He ran up to her, took a swipe, and bunch of tentacles kind of blocked the hammer. She looked down at Isolde as she sees Isolde like as awake and looking around, and she's probably encountered Isolde's battle powers before. Darion.
There he is.
Don't do it.
He'll fly to here.
Don't go in there.
Oh, he's
Do it
gonna.
right
He's
now.
just for fucking argument's sake, he's gonna try and intimidate her into letting Isolde go.
Okay, you're intimidating Zuggtmoy, like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you," kind of thing. Are there any words that are going along with it, Mark, for a role-playing bonus?
Let my family go! I swear to the gods!
Let my family go.
The gods that remain! Your suffering will reign eternal!
She smiles, her eyes looking at you wildly.
I could roll a 20.
He's changed.
Kind of wings spread wide, like, I'm an angel too now.
So DC 42, I think.
That's pretty.
Theoretically,
That's in the realm. That. You can do it.
47.
Hey.
Yeah, boy.
He's got the answer with all the gems. I just
Yeah,
put down her maralith and
she sees your angel wings, the answer with all the gems, and you pointing it at her like you're coming. She does look around. Her tentacles kind of go up defensively. Yeah, you've struck a chord with her, the paladin of intimidation. She's seen what you guys did to a CR-19 fungal creature. It didn't do shit to you guys. It didn't do shit.
You should see what we do to athletes, but.
Okay, you've frightened her. Whether you frightened her and doing the exact thing you wanted, but she's going to react to being threatened, and she is. You notice her tentacles all kind of push on the ground, and her whole platform that the seat is attached to sort of lifts up. You can hear something going click, and then as her second action, she lets go, and the whole throne just free falls, her inside of it, and the tentacles are dragging, and she needs to make an attack roll against Isolde to drag her, Isolde. So let go. She'll use a command word to just like turn off the hedging magic, and then she needs to make attack roll with her epic action to pull Isolde with her.
Is there anything that anyone can do anywhere?
If Oscar picked different powers, he could do stuff, but no,
Yep.
he cannot.
yeah.
So, for a brief moment, Isolde could move.
Yep.
So let's see. Isolde in her current drained state.
Could Oscar do something physical? Like maybe he sees like the thing's gonna, he sees what's gonna happen, stabs his old leg through the table so she's stuck there. I don't know.
Does Oscar have any? Okay.
Well, the table looks like it can, it's got you can put like a good lever
so
through it.
here's the thing.
just
Oscar
thinking out of
has
the
an
box.
ability to strike people. I'm just checking to see if an ally needs to do the striking, or if it's just somebody strikes a foe. That, like, if I just declare her my foe. Let me just see this.
Okay. In her current form, 37 is her fort. Is grapple is fort or reflex?
Grapple, I believe, is 4.
37 DC, and Zuggtmoy has a plus 40 on her roll.
Got roll 1.
Grapple is 4. Yeah.
The aspect of Zuggtmoy dragging Isolde is now in a free fall down this well.
Oscar is not going to stab Mistress Isolde because Oscar does not consider Zuggtmoy an ally.
Okay. You feel in the mindscape that Zuggtmoy has receded. Like the tentacles all kind of fall in on themselves and kind of like overlap, and like she's not actively monitoring the mindscape at this point. You notice the triangle like pivot around, like it's trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. The triangle, the big golden pyramid thing being Ayu's.
Yep. It appears that they are somewhat successful in their endeavor. We have frightened her.
They must have Isolde with them then.
Shadow?
Quick, boys.
Shadow opens up his bag of holding and starts pouring the other weapons in.
Stoop.
What are you taking?
The rest of the weapons.
Okay, so you
I'm-
open up your
I'm
bag of
using-
holding, and
I'm
you.
using the staff as like just
So you're taking 3 weapons this round. Which weapons are you taking?
not the wielding one. Well, there's a great sword. She
The
had a
great-
spear,
bunch of
great
silver-
sword, and 3 silver swords.
Yep.
And was the great sword the one that had the wielding in it? Or
Yes.
The
The
I'm not
twisting?
taking that.
Okay.
The twisting. Sorry, I'm taking the 3 silver.
So you
swords.
dump the three silvery swords into the bag of holding.
And he closes the bag. I was like, I'm not picking that thing up.
Okay. Bone Crusher in the.
Bone Crusher is
In
going
the
to
realm?
move along and drag.
Oh, on Shadow's turn, Max just joins Shadow's side. Like he's just following Shadow around.
I said, go with Ptolemy.
Where were we? We're in the air domain.
When you wake up, you're going to be being humped by Max. Give you the
So,
fucking...
Crusher.
Oh yeah, all these little tentacles are no longer there because she recalled them. So. Yeah.
So Crusher will drag Alkur along.
In the airplane.
Yeah.
Come on, move!
Okay. Isolde is gone. Just take her off the initiative, but I'll leave her on the sheet. Oscar, Alkur, Ptolemy, Kreiger, and then we'll end the round. We'll snap out of combat.
Fuck out of there.
You could close the third one as well.
Isn't got any treasure in it.
It's gross. No.
No. Oh, look, swords. Alright, you get your clean things done, because we should get the fuck out of here.
The thing flashback. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah.
When the dog's face opens like this.
Yeah. Oh God, it's not supposed to look that way.
Yes. Yeah, Fox is right. We can.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Alkur moves, and Ptolemy is still tapping the thing and doing the command word every round, and Kreiger.
All the enemies are gone. He can drop out of rage.
Okay. There might have been treasure like offerings around her throne, like buried underneath fungus, and there's a beautiful painting which I'll describe in a moment when I go and look. When I look at the
Now, is that black spot a giant hole to
Yeah.
the center of the earth?
it's a gaping hole.
We found Runerach's butthole. Right there. We've been stuck in Runerach's ass crack for a while.
Runerach.
We found the Runerach.
Kreiger knows that there's a massive well with a forest of mushrooms kind of growing along the sides of it. You picture like jumping down along mushrooms and climbing down this well. It goes for miles and miles and miles, and there's this big cavern filled with tree-sized mushrooms or bigger, with things down there and souls, and you know that's where Zuggtmoy lives. Isolde showed you that much.
Yeah, she's down there. She's never really just up here. That's what your wife said. What do you mean? Crap! I hate role playing with myself.
Do it.
She showed me in my head that she was like, she had like roots going down to the whatever's at the bottom there. It's like a forest of mushrooms, and that's what she really is. That person thing we were looking at, it doesn't matter.
Oh yes. Ptolemy with his like crazy ass score in like occultism, which is kind of like knowledge planes. It's probably just an aspect of Zuggtmoy, projected onto a material plane or another plane. It's like a weak projection of the true creature.
I was going to check to see what's behind the door.
Oh yeah. So if we're gonna go into loot mode, so Alkur flies to the area and reaches out, and you don't hear Zuggtmoy giving you guff about it. You touch the altar. There is like a connection to her power, but it's already thrumming. You can hear Ptolemy's echoey voice, like coming from somewhere far away. Like he was on the other side of a door. You say the word, and go. The entire storm paused for a moment, and then is getting all wacky and weird as you cause this stone to kind of fall through the cracks, and it goes like whipping quickly into the storm, and it's lost into the storm, like it disappeared between the clouds, and it is gone. You have
make an attempt at the Earth domain.
You have unhinged. You've unhinged the air node. And I'm just going to put a brown or a yellow dot where the altar used to be.
Crusher, we should make an attempt at the Earth domain. I could hear Ptolemy through this node. If we're quick enough, he might still be within earshot.
I agree. Let's do it then.
Zuggtmoy has retreated. So we're going to immediately start hauling ass to Lollapalooza. Earth domain.
Earth temple.
Earth temple.
All right, so you guys begin hauling ass. Well, Alkur's Oscar's looting, and you guys are chalking. We'll take a quick break here because that was pretty intense, and my bladder is about to bust. So,
Okay.
keep hydrated, yeah, but keep.
No,
don't kill
But be
yourself.
reasonable.
Don't kill yourself. All right.
Too much.
Don't pull a Tycho Bra there, bro. All right.
don't be a Bravo.
Bra. I'll be right back.
Dude, your adult companion is worse than dead. It's possessed by fungal demons.
Yeah, good stuff.
It's got athlete's
It's a
face.
spy. It's a spy. That's so fucked up.
It's a spy. It's a me, Mario.
Is it me, Mario?
So I want to just complain about Fallout 4 for a bit. God, it's boring. God, the combat is easy.
Fallout 4? Which one was that again?
That's the one where you have to build bases and shit. Bunch of stuff that's
Oh,
not
not the
useless.
most recent one. The one before that.
The one before that
Yeah, you're right.
it's just collect a bunch of stuff, look for glue. It was the thing about like glitter glue or whatever. Bunch of
It wasn't special.
yeah. So Drake, I've been squatting just over 500 pounds on a regular basis recently. My last workout was on Friday. I squatted 495 for free.
Numbers aren't normal.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been focusing on it, and I spent about a year just working on maintaining my squat with reducing body weight. Now I've leveled out with my body weight, and I've been able to push those numbers up pretty quick. Things are going good. Fallout New Vegas is awesome. I love Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is great. Fallout 4 is so sad to me because Fallout New Vegas is so good and it tells the story so well. Where Fallout 4's story starts with, like, they've stolen your unborn child or your newborn child, and it's like that's how it opens. And then you get into the stupid nonsense of the Fallout world immediately, and it's like, help these idiots plant a tomato tree. And it's like, but my baby is missing. And it makes no sense. Yeah. The next step, Drake, for this, the next step is bloody, we're going to try to break off this Earth node because we seem to be in an okay situation for that, and then we are going to retreat to bring the tiers to our Ali the Crafter, who's then going to start explaining why he cannot produce the ounce of purity immediately. He's going to have to explain to us why he can't, and then I think we have to go hunt Ayus. So, like, the next step is really hunt Ayus, because we need to kill Ayus to get that gun in play, so that we can use the gun to help kill Zuggtmoy. Alternately, we go kill Zuggtmoy with the ounce of purity, and then help use the gun to kill Ayus. And then we find a way to kill the Kraken.
You guys pushed.
Yeah, we're in a relatively good position. And having a paladin that has like the Ooga Booga power, the power of the Ooga Booga, that's pretty good. Leveling would be nice. There's some pretty sick powers. Like the 18th level powers are pretty decent, I gotta say.
Okay, Oscar, the room beyond this is decorated with wall murals all show demons of lesser sorts paying homage to humans of evil means. There are also scenes of killing and destruction, obviously showing the deeds which made such homage due. A plain armchair of black wood is centered against the east wall, opposite a 10-foot wide exit to the west. There are many bronze cressets that line the walls, with no other furniture here. So there's just a seat, I think is...
Okay, we're gonna, like, very quickly try to sneak through this. We're looking for, like, obvious sorts of things. And
The next room is frescoed. There are 2 suits of armor that hang from each of the walls, each made of black metal. Enameled with strange glyphs and pigments of red, white, and green, red, white, green, and brown, surrounding a golden skull. The armor is strangely fluted and spiked. The helmets are wrought to give the wearer the most frightening appearances.
Like Hellguard armor of the Greater.
Each of the 4 suits of armor also bear a huge, or a very large, 2-handed sword. It looks like the armors have been in combat before. Like, perhaps they were once animated, and they're showing signs of, like, being broken and rent and spells being cast at them, partially melted and like, holes through them. And then somebody has meticulously pieced them back together, but they are not animate.
Okay, and this weird painting thing to the north? Or is that
Those are just the frescoes, yep.
Okay, so the map maker has that thing back.
The frescoes show a crowned and robed humans, attended by demons of minor sorts, and slaves bearing rich rewards, parading in triumph before a horrible bloated figure sitting upon a throne-like seat. The mottled fungus body sphere of this creature is topped by a toadstool-like growth with a face upon it. The body has 4 elephantine legs and no visible arms. Seated beside the abomination is an obese male demonic figure, a Cambion, in all probability, also seated on a throne. And you think this might be Zuggtmoy's true form, and like a really fat, lazy-looking Ayuz.
So this is their, like, retirement fund. We're gonna scoot through.
And you pop... yeah, the plain room is unfurnished, save for a thick carpet on the floor with many empty wall sconces. The walls are solid stone blocks, closely set and polished. The room has no occupants. Is that the right room? Give me a second. Yeah, 146. This is a very suspicious looking carpet.
Right, that's suspicious.
Give me 2 detection versus traps.
The carpet that eats. Like...
The bed that eats.
There's actually a movie called, I think it's The Bed That Eats.
Yep, I've seen it. It's it's not worth watching.
It's the good kind of bad.
Yeah,
41 and 38.
This carpet is trapped. You're pretty sure it kind of like you'll sink into it and go somewhere.
Is there room to just sort of scoosh around the outside?
I think you have the ability to climb walls, don't you?
I can climb, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you could climb along the wall to get to the other side.
Okay, climb along the wall, get to the side. Check out that door.
Why did the dwarf cross the room?
To get the treasure on the other side.
You get the treasure on the other side.
Just checking.
Obviously. To make a copper.
Alright, this lavish place is decorated in purples and reds, rugs, cushions, upholstered furniture, wall hangings, a large divan covered in a plumed silk worked with nauseating green and orange figures dominates the northern wall. Behind this is a couch. Behind this couch is a tapestry depicting the spherical creature with the mushroom head and neck. Before the couch are several stools of cinnabar, I think that's a type of gem. Low-grade gem. All the wood is inlaid with mother of pearl, showing demons, fungi, and worse. The wall cressets and the sconces are bright copper, either recently attended or magically kept polished. Before a throne, a gold bowl contains platinum coins. The platinum coins seem to be minted with evil-looking runes on them.
Okay. We're going to just be... These rugs look a little bit less booby-trapped, but we'll be careful of them nonetheless. Work our way through the other door.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, there's so much stuff in here. This is...
The stones here are deep purple color. All the furnishings are similar hue, a mauve carpet, lilac, and puce wall hangings. Even a long table with 12 chairs and a larger one at the head are lacquered violet. Bronze candelabra on the table. The bronze wall sconces are placed at regular intervals. The place was probably some sort of council chamber. The south wall bears a large map of Runerach and all of its sides, with the temple kind of at the center. It shows the conquests of the temple in purple, along with dots of purple, black, red, green, white, and brown. Some cryptic marks are beside each of the dot. You can pick out where Hamlet is and kind of get your bearings from there.
Is that like a paper, or is it something that I could roll up?
No, it's something that... the wall map, it is actually in a frame, and it might be magical. Like, you might be able to move things around on it. Like a tablet screen.
Try that. Okay, well, that's the thing. I'd like to take that thing with me if I
Okay.
can. But,
Yep.
Actually, I'll pop open the portable hole and chuck that thing in the portable hole.
Okay, so
Close up the
you
portable hole.
take a magical map of Runerach.
Yep. Put that on the party pages. Treasure.
This might actually... The markings, you're kind of like, these could be resources or people that are in different places that might be agents of the temple.
Those are the people that you can do all sorts of things to and not feel bad about yourself.
The walls of the east room, of this room along the east, are an assortment of weapons: a longbow, a quiver of arrows, a sword, a spear, and a sheaf with 4 javelins.
Okay. Not hyper concerned with weapons at this point in time.
Okay.
Checking the door.
I think this leads...
I believe this is called a loot and scoot. We're not trying to take everything. We're just trying to grab a little bit and run.
to a little closet, and then your perception DC is high enough that there's actually a secret door that leads out.
Oh, let's just sneaks through. What are you guys doing? You fucking stand around for?
You can see Ptolemy doing wind sprints between the two portals. He's going up to one of the hedge points or the anchor points and like tapping it, saying a command word, and walking over to the other one and saying a command word. If Alkur is smart, he will get to the other sides. If he's not smart, well then I'm gonna run out of energy soon. We'll see if he's smart. We'll give him a few minutes. What is Darion and Kreiger doing while Oscar did this looting and?
Yep.
They're just listening for Oscar to get into trouble.
Okay.
At this point.
Are you drinking some more potions? You beat up some.
Yeah, they're both gonna drink another potion.
You drink some of those potions. We come home with you dead and potions. We screwed up.
Max is just dumbly following Shadow.
Shadow, I said. Oh, sorry, Max. Go follow Ptolemy, don't follow me.
Okay, he just stares at you with these big yellow eyes.
You guys? Something's up with Max.
Yeah, he's just not listening. He's all sorts of fucked up though. He's got 164 damage and wounded 1.
We need to check him out.
I thought you were some sort of nature doctor.
Well, I'm just not at the computer right now.
What's a computer?
Exactly.
Okay,
I'll
Alkur.
give him a nature check. I think it's Adam, could you look up how much my nature check is?
Sure.
Oh, you guys didn't explore all the Earth
No,
node.
that's what I'm saying. We're hopping in there, but it's like we need Crusher. Crusher needs to get me to the goal.
Okay. So you guys wander into a very torrentish
Plus 27. Want me to roll
Yeah.
for you?
Roll that up, please.
haze of dust all being kicked around the Earth domain.
You get a natural 1. How would you like your critical failure of your knowledge nature check? How does Shadow think his dog is?
Yeah, it's all he's probably your dog's high. He just got high on all the spores. It's probably coursing through his system.
He'll be fine later.
He just needs rest.
Stupid dog.
You're thinking int damage right now, like kind of. Like he's just not responding to stimuli too well.
Stupid mutt.
It doesn't wince or. Okay, Alkur and Alkur and Bone Crusher see 2 paths cut through the rock with weird, eerie glows as you guys kick up a bunch of dust. It's like a mist-filled cavern that you're in.
Okay. Alkur is going to cast I believe it's called Wanderer's Guide. Give me a second.
Earth node?
Wanderer's Guide. You cast a spell to guide you to your destination.
Okay.
So
It's through here.
it leads us. It tells us the way to. Or
Crusher's
tells us
pulling
the
you
way to
along.
get to the. The destination is the black.
What happens if there's multiple paths?
Um,
The easiest way?
The following algorithm is used.
you
to
receive an
identify.
inspired routes to the destination.
Okay.
It reduces your any move speed penalties along the duration are reduced by half, and it doesn't have any effect on movement speed during.
All right, you know a clear path. It's pretty much straight until the end. It kind of hooks to the right, and if you just walk down this tunnel carved by some worm long ago, you hope long
I'm
ago.
hoping it's not in here.
You're hoping that's not in here. We're gonna say there is a 33% chance of a random encounter. So we'll say roll a d3. If you roll a 1, you run into something as you guys are walking down this path. Nope. You guys get all the way to the dark altar of the corrupted Earth pocket dimension.
Okay, we'll get rid of it.
Okay. For a brief moment, you heard Ptolemy saying the word. He sounded like he was out of breath. He was complaining about something. he had that pitch voice, that pitch in his voice, and this thing just basically shakes until it cracks apart, and then all the pieces start to disappear into the earth. There's a shudder, there's a noticeable earthquake almost in this place.
All right, Crusher, we should go.
Agreed.
Okay, where are you headed?
Drag your slow ass through here. Fly over this.
Fly spells should be basically cooked by this point. And
We have to make our way through the bones. Well, sand. Just think sand.
Okay.
Go through that portal.
See if that even works.
All right, so you guys go wading through the sand, and you can see the outline of the portal. When you say the words to the portal, however, it does not light up.